What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. It's been a week. Well, actually, it's been 2 weeks since I had a video up, so I'm shooting this one today. Not a lot really has got done. I was sick last week, didn't feel very good, didn't spend much time in the shop doing stuff. The week before that, I got these cabinets unloaded. I think I'm going to use them in here. I was going to use them in my kitchen, but they're a little more worse for wear than I want to use in my kitchen. So I think I'm going to clean them up a little bit and use them here somewhere. I've thought about running a set of cabinets this way with this door and everything. And this be a kind of good area to put stuff that I work in here in the office or whatever. Maybe someday get a 3D printer and that can set over here, something like that. I don't know. But the exciting stuff has happened out back. And that's really what we're going to show you. I don't know in the previous episode how much of my air compressor I had done and hooked up. So let me look back on that. Well, I looked and I didn't have much other than the compressor itself set in the hole. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we've got so far. Still need to work on the ceiling. Still got to take that out and cover that hole for that. And then cover that and insulate that and then have the roof ready to be sheeted. Still got to sheet this wall. But this is what I got going on. I have my regulator, water separator here. And then I have it comes over, down with a drain. Then it got that lives, kind of swoops down, up, down, swoops down again, and then goes up and then tees off here. That runs over to the paint room and the paint mixing room, which is hooked up to the blasting cabinet. We have a drop down here, then a drop down over there for like the powder coating gun and stuff. They all have ball valves for drain offs on them, just like the ball valves here, so you can drain off each leg. I did put a tank drain on it that's actually easily accessible. I'm gonna get an automatic tank drain someday. I'm thinking about putting it on a timer on like a smart plug, because then it'll kick on and run for so many seconds, like once a day. Because this isn't going to be one of them things that's been running all the time. I'll probably kick that up more when I'm like running the blast cabinet, so it can continuously drain it while the compressor's having to build pressure to run the blast cabinet, or painting or whatever. But yeah, we have this. It comes out of the tank, goes to the water trap pressure regulator, then it goes through the loops, goes up, one goes off that way. This is going to come out and run out the wall, then run across, and then go to this PEX line here, which runs over and down and goes to my 50-foot hose reel, which my 50-foot hose reel will stretch to each end of this shop to air up tires out here, or blow something off, or whatever I'm going to use air out in this area for. So this is going to basically take care of all of the air out here with no problem. This is the one I had in my garage. I really like these hose reels, so I went ahead and mounted it there because I can air up the back tire on the Trans Am over there. I can air up the tires on this truck. Obviously, if I need to move it, they will need to be aired up. The Camaro, I can easily air up tires on the Camaro. I can air up tires on the lawnmower, stuff like that. I can easily air up tires out here, or like I said, run a blowgun, whatever. I'll be able to do that pretty easily with that setup. So I just got to run a line over to there, but I got to finish sheeting this wall so I can actually put it on the wall and clamp it down good. But then we'll go back in here. Like I said, the other one goes to the paint room, but instead of just running to the blast cabinet in there, it also tees off right here, runs over, loops through, goes through the wall, comes out into the paint room, or into the paint booth, goes over, comes down, air valve here, and then the ball valve. Eventually I'm going to get a nice filter to go off of this one and the other one. There's another one that tees off and goes this way, corners, and goes over, drops down in this back corner. I'm gonna get two really nice filters, I think, for that. Eventually I'm gonna redo the entire paint booth, probably OSB it and paint it, and just redo it. Work on this ventilation fan and possibly add a second one and then build doors and filtration and all that stuff. But for right now, I'm going to run it as is. I'll probably put a couple more lights in here, just like this one. Let's run. I'll get a couple of them and just run them, and because you can cook them together and it's just fine. Easy to install those lights. But yeah, it runs down. We got our, because you can hook them into an outlet, and the run down here. Like I said, I'll do another like a filter here. I got this ball valve. That's where you can do your drain for your air for moisture. Then it goes through the wall and into the tool room. The tool room's got a couple of drop downs in it. I just did 2. I did one by the bench right here, so you can blow off whatever here. I did think about putting a T up there and running one and putting a drop down over there because I needed a drop down over there. I have that option if I need to, so I'm not boxed myself in there. If I have to, I can go ahead and add another one. Like it's PEX, so you can cut it and add in at any time. That's one thing I like about PEX. It runs back across the top there, comes over, T's, and then goes over here. I have a gauge in here. We have lost a little bit, so it does have a slow leak in it somewhere, but I have the tank shut off. I expected it to leak a little bit. These PEX fittings and clamps I used aren't the world's greatest of quality, but it's not just dropping down rapidly. It's been like this for a good 15 minutes, so we're not dropping anything crazy. So I'm pretty happy with that number there. This on-off valve is eventually going to go through the wall and provide air out to this bay. So this bay will have air. Then obviously out there I'll have air. We'll pretty much have air everywhere. And if I really wanted to, if I needed air up in the front, I could drop down a leg or put a T anywhere in this line here and go through that wall and have air in the front bay or in the front area. I did think about putting one coming off one of these and going down and going into the wall and through and putting possibly right here where this is, because eventually I'm going to drywall this back in on the other side anyways, or OSB it, I don't know, but we'll actually put a nice section here, and this will be insulated anyways. Maybe run down from that and run in there, and that can be we can have a fitting, air hose fitting in the front. Just again, in case I ever do put a garage door on the front to store cars or whatever up there, I could air up tires and stuff up there, or blow something off, or blow up some kid's air pool toy thing or something. I don't know if I need to blow up a pool toy, but like something that just requires to blow up. I don't want to have to blow it up. So you never know when you need air. So maybe some balloons. If you're having a party, you can blow up some balloons. You can do something like that. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much what I've got done the last couple days. The Suburban is out. I did fix it. It had pretty bad U-joints in it. I'm happy I got to it replaced. I've got the Impala. It's my other daily driver at the moment. I've got wheel bearings and what else? I got wheel bearings, vent, gas vent, evap vent replacement to hopefully get this to where it'll take fuel when you're filling fuel in it. It's got the typical GM cluster. The speedometer, yeah, it's currently stuck at 10 mile an hour. It kind of goes where it wants. So I've got a new stepper motor. I'm going to put a couple new stepper motors in it. It's probably just the tach and the speedometer. The other gauges seem to work fine. I do have a code for something in the car. I think it needs a thermostat too, because it does some really funky things when it's the coolants. And I think that's what the code's been thrown for a couple times. I'm sure probably that's what it's thrown again. So maybe I'll throw a thermostat in. I have had to put the bypass or the heater bypass or the heater, the thing that runs to the belt tensioner that has the plastic fittings. I had to replace them when I got it. They were leaking. They were junk. But other than that, it's got 120-some thousand miles on it. I'm the second owner. It was actually my grandma's car. She bought it brand new in 2005, and she gave it away a little bit before she passed away. She passed away a year or so ago. My fiance drove it she put 20, probably almost 30,000 miles on it. So, in a couple years. So, yeah, it's been a good little car. It's nice. I like this color. I do wish it was an SS. And the way my grandmother was, I'm really impressed it wasn't an SS, actually. It's just an LS. It's got the upgraded stereo. I think that's the only option this car's got on it. But yeah, I like it. We had the back windows tinted. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much bone stock other than the tinted windows. So I do enjoy driving it, though. I would like to put an upgraded radio in it, just like a cheap unit. We'll see about that, maybe. The interface on these are kind of expensive, so I don't really want to spend that much money. Might possibly sell it if the right offer came through too, but you know, got the woman something else to drive, and I got this. It's been saving me some money. It's the hell of a lot cheaper to drive this than the Suburban, but you know, the right offer came through, it'd go. Well, the right offer came through, the Suburban to go too. So they're both for sale at the right price, you know. Hell, I'd sell everything back here, minus the cars that aren't mine, for the right price. Some things, like that Tahoe, would probably be cheaper than the rest because that Tahoe needs some work. It's on the list. It's going to get some work. It may actually replace the Suburban at some point. It has less miles on it than the Suburban, I believe. I don't know, the battery's dead in it too now. The hood scoops are just sitting on there. Them came off my, or that 93 that I parted out, where that engine and stuff's over there. It's still over there. Got to break that combo up and get rid of that engine and possibly transmission. I don't really need that stuff around here. I could possibly make a little money off it. But yeah, this thing's pretty filthy. I think I did a video on it. But yeah, it's once I get the Impala fixed, and gotta get I have parts for Grandpa as well to fix that sticking brake. I have not fixed that sticking brake the whole time. I don't think I've drove this truck hardly at all this year, just loading it on the trailer and back and forth out of this garage. You know, it's a nice pickup. It's got no miles on it, you know. It's got, what, 70, which is a good chunk of miles, but 73,000 miles. So, you know, it's, you know, I'd like to get it out and drive it just a little bit this year. But I got to fix that brake. I got new pistons for it. Hopefully that'll fix that caliper. And if it don't, I'll have to get another caliper and powder coat it and put it on. I would like to possibly do rocker panels and cab corners on this truck at some point. I would like to do that, obviously, in the paint booth, but there's a Trans Am in the way, so that's on the list of stuff to do, too. Kenzie's got a flat tire. I would like to get a car cover for her, just to keep the dust off her. I'm probably gonna, the last time I took her out for a drive, it overheated, so I'm gonna probably get it out here, put some coolant. I think it's got a slow coolant leak, and try to figure out where that slow coolant leak is, maybe fix that. Gotta put air in that tire, maybe take it for a drive this fall. Well, it's fall now, but take it for a drive and just get it out and drive it, because it hasn't drove in this whole year, except one time and overheated. So might as well get it out, get the fluid circulated through it. Want to get Grandpa fixed so I can drive him a few times before it gets crappy out. The one ton, it normally gets used for hauling wood and going to the city and whatnot. So it gets used regularly. I ended up having to put a battery in it because the battery in it finally took a crap. Both batteries in these trucks, you got to keep them on tenders. And there is a thing in common between both these trucks, and I think was what causes these batteries to go dead. I think it's the dual double-din radio that they have in them. I'm considering unplugging the one in the 1 ton and the one on Grandpa, and just letting them set, not on the trickle charger, and see if they run dead as fast without the radio in them. If that's the case, I would like to upgrade to a Pioneer or an Alpine unit in Grandpa anyways, and possibly a nicer unit in the 1 ton too. So, you know, hey, if anybody watching works for Pioneer and wants to help me out and sponsor me on some Pioneer units, I would gladly take them. Even Alpine too. So, I mean, we got that one Boss that's in the Suburban, and I really like that unit, and it seems to be pretty good. The Suburban sat in here for 3 weeks and fired right off when I went to pull it out after getting them U-joints fixed. So, yeah. Anyways, at least it's drivable again. So we'll get the Impala fixed here. I'm thinking about working on that tomorrow. Maybe take some brake that's what I did today. I did the U-joints in the Suburban, then I worked on doing a bunch of this airline plumbing, and then I'm getting ready to go home anyways. So maybe tomorrow we'll work on the Impala, and then we'll work on the building a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll work on the Impala, fix it, and then clean a little bit, because this place is a disaster. So anyways, guys, I don't have a lot of PEX left anyway, so I'll have to go pick more PEX up. I did this wall. I don't know if this was in, I think it was, in the last video. But it's the doorways. Got a couple sheets. I still got to finish. I got to get more OSB. I've got one sheet left and some scraps. I'm hoping the one sheet will do that wall back in the air compressor room so I can get that ran. I may have enough of scraps. I can do this piece and the piece above the door there. I still have to do that piece and this, and obviously something above, like I said, above there. And then I got to do this wall. And I'd like to get that stuff done, because if I can get that stuff done, I can get, like I said before, if I can get this room caulked, I can get it painted. I have 10 gallons of paint. Should be a good start on getting this painted, and then they can get some lights in here, and I'll be able to see when I'm working, because right now this light, it's not bad, but it's still pretty dark in here to work. So definitely want to get some lights in here so we could see when we're working. Anyways, guys, I've rambled on long enough. It's been a plenty long video, so we'll catch you guys in the next one. And maybe it'll be car related. I don't know. We'll see. I still got to finish the walkway going up into the attic. I'm not right now. I'm just going to get it insulated and build some kind of door in the hole up there. I'm not going to do too crazy. I'll probably paint that wall white and get the stuff painted in here just so it matches all one color. Just so, because it's going to start getting cold here, guys, and possibly going to have to start heating some of this. At least, like, I'll probably run like a cheetah heater in here or something this winter to keep this warm. I'll probably put a door here. Might get that done, and we'll get that done and insulated. But yeah, it's going to start getting cold. We're getting close to October now. So yeah, we'll see November soon, and it's going to get cold, and then we'll have, winter. But yeah, we'll get through winter hopefully and not freeze to death in here. I will warn you, the content might be slightly slow, because if it gets too cold, I won't be in here a lot. Maybe working in the office, because I'm hoping to have that portion of the building heated. The back, the office, the bathrooms, the kitchenette, and part of the front, I'd like to have them heated this winter, just to keep stuff from freezing. And obviously in the paint room, I'm gonna run probably like a little infrared heater in there, just to keep that room above freezing, just because that's where all the paint and stuff is, and I'd like to keep that room above freezing. I don't think it should be too bad to do if I keep both doors closed. I think I can easily keep this 50, 60 degrees in here, no problem. So that shouldn't be too bad. And, I mean, I guess I could sandblast a lot of stuff this winter. If I do have a little heater in here, I can keep it kind of warm in here, and I can work at the blast cabinet and running in it if it's warm in here, and do little things. So, I mean, 50 degrees isn't that ridiculously cold when you got a long sleeve hoodie on or jacket and you're working. So, it might not be too bad in here. We'll see anyways. Actually, in April, when it was chilly, it wasn't bad working in here. It actually stayed colder in here in the days that I got warm out in April. So, anyways, guys, like I said, it's came a long way, but it's far from finished. But we got to get some stuff done. So, because I got to get moving on some of these projects and get some of this stuff moved along and get some of the stuff done and out of here. So, anyways, guys, we'll catch you in the next one. And hope you guys have a good rest of your week.